Let's just get right off the bat, Tim. You look like you have been deep in the woods of Maine with an Underwood typewriter, manifesting your life, various living off the land.
Yeah, I've been doing some stuff.
Deer hunting, fishing.
Yeah, I've been storing stuff in my beard, for later.
Yeah, you look exactly like the photo when they arrest you. When the FBI comes to your home and they arrest you, this is what you look like. But then it cuts to 2 months later when you're in court and you're clean shaven, it's all slicked back, and you're in some Goodwill suit. This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. You can follow me if you want. I wouldn't, but you can follow me at Mr. Brian Sturges, Brian Sturges Comedy. I saw that look, Cliff. You can follow him at Cliff Beach Music and, of course, Black Cliff Beach. By the way, buy his MFN book, available now on Amazon. Side Hustle and Flow, author, musician, and my good buddy. And, of course, the second shooter in Dallas. Camper extraordinaire.
Grassy knoll.
How you doing, fellas?
Good.
Greetings.
Cliff, you look thin. No, I'm
Starving
serious.
artist.
I know that would normally be a setup. Yeah, no. But you do. You look thinned out. Are you sick?
It's
Oh, jeez.
Tim Hall, man, how was it? You look
Like events or something?
You look like you have a faded light blue E150 van.
yeah. You look like a bald eagle.
Like a panel van?
Shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You look like that song plays where in Silence of the Lamb, Ted Levine was dancing with himself. That's it. Oh, fuck me.
It was quite an adventure, I tell you.
Tell me about it.
So we drove 7,000 miles by the time we got back. That's how many miles we drove.
That makes sense.
Whew.
Cross country, it's got like 3,600 miles.
I tell you what, the further you go, the better the gas prices. And we were it was like half price by the time we got to like Tennessee. We were whooping and hollering,
Yeah,
Yeah, but the places you have to go to cheaper gas, is that a place you would want to go?
Yeah, true.
Well, Tennessee, you got Nashville, you got Memphis, and you got West Virginia.
Yeah.
There's
I
another
don't
one in
know.
there.
I feel like they would skate around major cities to try to get there. You weren't really going.
I didn't go through Nashville. Originally, before I got the COVID, because I got COVID a day before.
We know. We laughed at you.
Yeah.
Oh, we laughed at you, my friend.
A day before I was supposed to leave, I got the vid. So we were supposed to stay a night in Nashville so I could go see the sights, walk down Nashville Lane or whatever. But that was not to happen. Oh, you're a sophisticated man.
Is that,
You can see how that's my first sip. It's so hot, the ice is melted to this already.
Yeah, so we drove around all that stuff. We camped out. One thing that stuck in my head.
Abduct any young ladies outside of a Wendy's bathroom?
No, it didn't come up. It didn't come up. The opportunity did not arise.
You haven't trimmed your stash, which you normally do. I like the fullness of it. It really gives you that kind of hateful Southern spirit, but in a fun, Skinnerd way.
Oh, fun way. The lady hates it.
Like a General Lee sort of free birding kind of situation.
Yeah. I'm all about freedom now. It comes with a beard. The bigger the beard, the more freedom I demand.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
If the lady hates it, why do you still have it?
Well, because I'm having fun with it.
Because he's teaching her as the man, as the husband, as the pant wearer. You want the beard, you wear the beard. And of course, when she tells you to take it off, you take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I told her.
I will not touch you any longer. You'd be like, the best a man can get.
Thanks, Gillette.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me hop over to Cliff Beach because if it's kind of like a threesome where if you don't touch him, he's going to get mad at you and kind of leave the room and go eat wings. So listen, Cliff, baby, since I seen you, you lost a bunch of weight apparently. And And your books come out, right?
Yes, I've come. My book has come out. Yes.
Why was that so bad? Why was that such a terrible transition?
Oh, I almost said I came out, but I meant the book.
Oh,
Oh,
Freudian slip.
spoiler alert. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. The book is out. People are actually getting it. People I don't really know are getting it.
That's what you want. Yeah.
Hilarious story. Brian will appreciate this. I put out a story, one of those Instagram stories, Facebook stories, whatever, that YouTube shorts, all those things, vertical type videos, just, 15 seconds.
You're talking 1920 by 1080.
Exactly. And so literally on YouTube shorts, I put up, hey, the book has come out or whatever. Less than 5 minutes after posting it, person who I don't know just writes, I don't know you and I don't care. That's the guy.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. I went
you
to
think
his,
they bought the book?
I went to his YouTube, 1 subscriber, probably him. No videos, just all troll hater. So
yes, in my experience, the ones who comment the most hide because you're bitches and you suck on your mama's teats deep into your 20s with your skateboarding and your what are you PlayStation 2ing? What are you playing GoldenEye? Huh? Grow up. That's so.
Those are all correct.
Okay. I saw what I love is that it's like the closer you are to people, the more that they're jackals. I saw Timmy's P comment. You're like, my book's available at Barnes and Noble. So you're like, I bet there's a line. Like such a dick. Such a dick, dude. Such a hater, Timmy P.
There's a
Give
line.
some love, dude. Give some love. But he's just like, yeah, I bet it's hand over fist. Now, I want you to watch this. I have not purchased it. I've been a little busy. But I'm going to go on to, where is it located?
Amazon.
Black Cliff Beach. Okay, what I love, oh my God. What I love is I just Google Cliff Beach. Beach Cliff wild caught sardines in soybean oil with hot green chilies, 3.75 ounce can, pack of 12, $14.04. They do have a $2 coupon. Then the second one is Beach Cliff sardines and soybean oil, high protein food, keto food, and stash gluten-free food, 3.7 ounces, $26.99, pack of 18. And then it is actually Who the Funk is Cliff Beach?
Oh, the album?
Yeah.
Nice.
Danger Mouse? What's that?
Oh. Collab, maybe?
Oh, yeah, we recorded Lonely Boy. He was one of the writers. So.
Oh.
Damn it.
I see you. Damn you, Blur me, you son of a bitch.
I'm not. It's society.
Yeah, they can't handle it.
I feel unseen.
Okay. Damn it, this will not. Okay. All right. Come on, gag. Can I get one fucking gag to work, please? God damn it. Hold on. Let me turn this fucking setting off. You magnificent bastards. Choose filter.
This shows up, though. This shows up.
No, that shows work?
Nice.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah. So I looked up Cliff Beach. The first two are sardines. You got Cliff Beach. You got the actual Cliff Beach calendar. And then more sardines.
Oh, yeah. Then the White Cliff Beach is on there. Then gospel.
Yeah.
Then the gospel. Then more sardines. Why? Oh, I want to buy the sardines. Dude, for Christmas this year, as stocking stuffers, you should pass these out. And then your Stripped Down, which has 5-star reviews, your album. And here we go. Here it is. Boom. Check it out. It's on Amazon. What you ever do? Nothing. You're a bunch of bums in short pants and brown shoes. That's right. Men do things, and women, and trans.
The whole thing.
Well, check it out. Listen. Check it out. Don't be a dick. It gets delivered. Usually ships 2 to 3 days.
That's so quick.
There's already a buy used one.
Yes.
Oh, I'm buying that one. Why the fuck would I buy the $30? I was about to buy. Nope. Boom.
Oh, it doesn't say how it was used.
You had all my money. 20, yeah.
I use my dick as a bookmark.
Got a lot of notes.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead. No, I'm going to, of course, not do that. I'm going to save that. I'm going to go ahead. There's 20% off, $24. I'm going to add to cart.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and I remove the Amazon Basics tall kitchen bags I have in there. I will save that for later.
Yeah, get those later.
I'm going to go ahead and proceed to check out. I'm going to get it shipped to a to my palatial estate in the south of Italy there. Probably not. Maybe just my P.O. box.
Yeah, just to be safe.
I'm going to send it there. And check this out. You ready? You ready? I don't want you to see my stuff. You ready? Place your order. It's doing it.
Oh, if it was just a little snap.
Boom, baby.
It's placed.
Order. I support my friends. Unlike Timmy P, you hater. Timmy P, at least buy the used one. And I bet you he'll get some chicks over there, whatever.
Yeah, just
he just buys the used pocket pussy. It's fine.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I got to tell you, this really looks great. I haven't read it. It may be garbage, but but the cover's nice. I'm sure it's fantastic.
As you know, Brian Tracy, who's written over 80 books, said this wonderful, inspiring book will help you unlock the secrets. Read it.
It's blurred.
Read it.
The more you talk, the more
Side, hustle, and flow.
Read it, apply it, and everything. But yes,
I would like to take a moment, and I'm kind of a dick, but I'd like to take a moment and acknowledge how much work and how hard it is, and that Cliff did it. And most people, you don't do dick, and you're all haters, and the ones who try all quit. This man had an idea, sat down, spent a long time, 2 years, worked it out, got it done. It's on Amazon, and I just bought it. So, a lot should be said because most people end up working at the Piggly Wiggly.
That's called follow through.
And then they go to the Dunkin' Donuts next door after clothing, and then they're just eating those bear claws, and they're like, "I read a book someday." By the way, I didn't start my.
Oh, you didn't? Well,
because you know what it was? The lady left for 2 weeks, and I looked on the wall, and I had like 100 things to do, and I was like, I should probably finish the 99 other things. So I did everything. I mean, everything you could imagine from. I got new headshots. I got fat guy headshots.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
I got those. The special wider lens.
Let's see them. Where's the pic?
They're not done yet. They're still in the. They take the pictures. You go through. You delete the ones that are like, is this good?
Yeah.
And then they send you the link, and then you pick. So I haven't actually responded and picked the ones. It's a lot of this.
Oh. Oh, I like that one.
I got the theatrical one in the suit because I would honestly 19 out of 20 gigs I get. I've only had 11 so far. They stick me in a suit. So it's just like I might as well get one in a suit. So I got that done. It wasn't that hard. And then I got my comedy cardigan sweaters where I'm like, ooh, look at the gap in my tooth. I do comedy. And that sort of stuff.
You're basically Letterman. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was cool. He was actually a really nice photographer. I really liked his stuff. I found him and a great deal. So whatever. I'd give him a shout out, but I don't remember his name. It's Richard something.
Well, you definitely have to update them every so often, you have to change.
Yeah. You can see that I still had a glimmer of hope in my eye in the last headshot. I was like, take that shit out.
Take that. They removed it with Photoshop. Yeah.
Tim's wearing bell bottoms on his last shots.
Yeah.
But I would say, Cliff, I mean, honestly, I liked him. And I liked him as a person. And I obviously hired him based upon his art. And when I was there, he gave me so much extra time. I tipped him heavy because I booked him for a half an hour because I was going to be lazy because I wanted to be cheap. So I was like, I could do it. We spent almost like 2 hours. So I gave him.
Damn. Yeah.
But we did so many looks where it's like, not that anybody wants them, but I have the commercial ones. I have the ones for like flappers and, like the comedy headshot where it's like, book me. Yeah.
Yes.
Someone loved me and laughed at me as a child. So,
yeah.
Freddie got fingered pose.
I got a couple, the t-shirts, the whatever.
I got to say, if I was I understand why they put you in the suit though, because they want to hang something off them incredible shoulders.
That I will say that I am built for a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it helps cover my fatness in the midsection.
Yes, you have natural shoulder pads. It's nice.
Yeah.
You know, I do find a lot
You see
of
mine
people
slope?
make contact with my shoulder. And I think it's to see if it's real.
Yeah.
There's just too many men in my life that are always like, yeah, man, good to see you. And I feel like they're feeling it to see if I'm like, I got my JV Papa Warner football gear under here. So,
Yeah.
and that is why I actually just picked this up off the floor. It's all wrinkled and stuff because I've been working around here and I was all sweating through my shirt. Didn't want to be that guy. What's the point of this? But this is why I wear V-necks, because a crew and then my shoulders, I'm like, I choke it out. So
Yeah.
If you guys look here, see this very pronounced slope. I mean, Brian's are like
well, you know what it is? It's
straight
years
across.
of tension and just rage. You know what I mean? You know what? I have prison shoulders. Let's just call it what it is.
Okay.
Not in a sexual way, Cliff.
Okay. Sell Black Betty. I got you.
Well. Welcome to Lompoc. You know.
Get a little deposit out of that prison wallet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tim has what they call gutter shoulders. Like the range just runs right off.
Doesn't he look like he belongs in a Matthew Brady portrait? He's got a Civil War rifle and he's just there. Yeah.
The
It's
Matthew
like
Brady
when McDonald, his grandfather had to go feed those hogs. You know, I was like,
yeah. You definitely look Confederate-ish for sure.
Yeah. Ooh.
A lot of Robert E.
they
Lee
can fletch
vibes
too.
here.
I'm a Robert E. Lee, Bobby E. Lee.
Oh,
But I went through now. I'm not one to complain, and I'm not one to pop off. But fuck photographers. Okay, let me explain the con of Los Angeles. Every asshole who doesn't make it doing whatever they drove here in their Pinto to do, right? At one point says, I could take headshots for money because every dumb motherfucker comes into town with big dreams. So, and I have a problem with the whole concept because at some point, everyone else like, oh, I take headshots for it. Is that really you take about 100 and 150. I only got to get one, right?
Yep.
Per look. So if I got a 2-look deal and you've taken you can fail 98% of the time. I only need the one. So in my logic is you don't really need to be good. You just take enough of them. And then with the power of Photoshop can correct them.
Yeah,
so
you get lucky.
In Los Angeles, people keep raising their prices, inflation. People who have no gigs and have taken no headshots in a year, like I should raise my rates. So as some of you know, I studied at Stella Adler there. I don't know if I ever said the school there. Well, I'm not there anymore, so it's cool. You can't come. Yeah, I'm done with it. So, and I went and they had the bulletin board of headshots. And when I was there, I was like, well, I just pick one off the board. Let's not overthink it, right? And it says 149, two looks special and 2 touch-ups. You know, they cover up my ugliness. So I take pictures. So then last week, so while the lady was gone, that was one of the things. I book it. It said 149. So I was like, I checked out her website. I liked it. So I write to her and I'm like, I'd like to book your 149 headshot for 2 looks with 2 touch-ups. Pick a day next week and I'm there. Well, of course, due to inflation, she says, my prices have gone up. Now, she doesn't really have a large portfolio. My prices have gone up. So I'm thinking like, you know what? If it's $199, I kind of get it. Whatever. You know, let's just get it. I've already picked you. So for the time versus money is I'll pay you the extra 50. Let's just get it done. Well, this Coos writes back to me $449.
Whoa, that's a good increase.
And she's like, now, what do we call that in business, Cliff? When someone gives you one low price and then you contact them. Whoosh.
Bullshit is what we call it.
Yeah, the bait and switch, right?
Oh, clickbait.
So she writes back and I don't respond because as a real business person, you know what I mean? I'm just like, well, now, if I was going to pay that amount of money, I'd want to get somebody who doesn't need to meet me in the park. Here's the other thing about headshots. You want to know why your photographers want to do outside lighting? Because they don't have a studio. Because they suck. All right. If you don't have a place to take it, you ain't a photog. All right. So skip all that shit. You know how many people I see paying hundreds of dollars to get taken pictures in the Gelson's parking lot? Skip it. So I found this guy. I went, you know what? I don't even remember how I found him, but I really liked his theatrical. And as a scumbag, I was like, hey man, I see this, if I pay some, boo, we work it out. We're a couple of men, again, not about gender, a couple of, Abu Danzas. And he says, I need a little bit more. And I say, you want to know what? Fine, because I liked it, And I said, I only want a half an hour because I just want to show up, get it done, because I don't need, that's enough. You know what I mean? If you can't get it done in a half an hour, I don't need it. I stayed for about an hour and 45 minutes. But like we kind of hit it off in a good way. He had like a big ass Harley in the space. And anyway, I really liked the extra time and I got a lot of shit. So shout out to him. When I get his name,
Richard.
I really liked you, but
I don't want to pronounce it wrong. But anyway, I'll give a shout out in the future. I really, and he's got a property. You go to his house, he's got the thing in the garage, where he parks. So he's doing well. So look, I'm just saying, future dumbasses who move to major cities for headshots, if they charge you a lot of money and you have to meet, or seriously, inside of a TJ Maxx, where skip it, come to me. So,
oh my God, you got to shake your own Polaroids. Not
I shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Not today.
I originally got my headshots done by Andre 2000, but then
got to go upgrade. Yeah.
Erased it. Now that was an African American joke. I hope that right on, Cliff.
Keep motherfucking rappers out your motherfucking mouth.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Now you're getting headshots though. What's the push? What's the plan on what's coming?
Well, I need new representation because I think the guy who had my agent vanished. This was years ago. I haven't had an agent. I haven't looked for a new agent since I did the movie because I was working. I was working enough, and I was doing that project, which was the non-union, and do all that stuff. Don't unions maybe don't. Don't follow up.
We want union. Yeah. We want union.
But I need a gig. And basically, let's be honest, I look older and a little whiter, a little puffier in the cheek. And what
Sexy
I don't
dad.
Yeah, exactly. Although I got the dad shots too. Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
I got the Home Depot, the Weber grill, the Ford F-150 or whatever. Yeah. It's like they're always a little pot bellied, like, Home Depot. If we don't have it, we'll order it from China or whatever their shit is,
Yeah.
So I need to get. So basically, you got to get me a gig. So what's happening now is that I'm not being put out for real gigs. And now that I'm done with all that stuff and post COVID, it's like could I have? But then I kind of took this last year off. But I did write. I wrote the pilot. I took all the classes and did that. And those classes that I took were ones that I were missing that agents want, if that makes sense. So even though I'm an ensemble member or whatever of Second City Hollywood and all that stuff for my dramatic stuff. Here's the problem. I love comedy. I want to do comedy. That's all. But when I get booked, they're like, Thug number 7, cop number 7. So, the reality of the business is I can want to play a twink all day long. I'm just not going to get booked. I'm going to get booked. I'm a cub because I'm so young. I'm not a bear. I'm a cub.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to get. Basically, it's like, how do you get real gigs? You need a real agent. How do you get a real agent? You got to take the real classes that separate you. I took the hardest. See, here's the other thing about Los Angeles. People will come and they will sign up for whatever classes and not challenge themselves. I go to the highest skill set that I can get into. And even if they're like, you're garbage, but I complete the class, you'll never know, right? That I want to go to a school that tells me I'm shit. I want to go to a place that says you need improvement. The problem with the Los Angeles schools, and I'm sure New York and probably other cities that don't matter, will be that they just tell you you're great and they give us the check for the next time.
Right, yeah.
Where you take these higher, I mean, these are real actors, so they didn't like my yucks, as you can, you can imagine that like the teachers who spent 40 years doing Shakespeare aren't like, hey. But by doing that and challenging myself to do that, I prove to myself that I can go to the best places and receive positive praise. Because I went and took the classes that scared me, that I think honestly prevented me from having the confidence to go after higher agencies. Now that I have all that on my resume, right? Screenwriting, UCLA, music at Berkeley, dramatic acting at Stella Adler, comedic acting and comedic writing at Second City. If I can't get a gig with that and my bald face, I mean, I might not. But at this point, now I have the things where when I submit, I should hopefully go through the things, because I used to send out things like book me, but you don't have the things that you need. You need, and I get booked theatrical roles. So I can want to do my whoopee cushion fart jokes all day long, just not what I get booked at. So it's almost like by not taking these at a legitimate high praise place, now I have those. And now when I hopefully submit to places, they'll be like, boom. Plus everything I've ever done, I booked myself. And so, if you don't book me, fuck you. I don't want you, because then you don't know dick about fucking people. Honestly, if an agency doesn't want me, then you're dumb. I mean, you got to at least take a shot. I got more qualifications than most people do before they die. Yeah. So, have me come in, have me offend you, then never call me again.
Yeah, please.
Well, invest in some chapstick. You're going to need it.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my lips are a little dry.
Is that a big fat person who lived here?
They don't tell you in the business.
Yeah. Anyways, Poor Life Choices Productions is offering headshots. $3.99.
They're in a park. Yeah.
Plus, yeah.
Our rates have gone up now since that conversation.
Yeah. Well, meet us in Martin Luther King Park. It's on Figueroa and Crenshaw. You're gonna love it. We're gonna do it under the streetlights at around midnight.
Yeah.
You want that streetlight glow.
But we keep it moving. Don't worry. It's breezy. It's breezy.
Yeah.
But I would say I suffer. I mean, people are always surprised by this, but I suffer from a high level of anxiety. I mean,
I believe it.
Self-esteem and confidence is very low, So going to these classes were very scary. And I did them. And now, some of them didn't like me because some of your teaching stuff's bull. I mean, that's why you're a teacher. I mean, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like my one teacher didn't like me. I couldn't find her anywhere. And then I said, where can we see you perform? She's like, well, I don't really have anything. So I was like, fuck you. You know what I mean? If you don't have anything I can see, maybe you shouldn't be teaching, even if you've been doing it 50 years. But it says to me, nothing more dangerous than a teacher. But the other ones gave me quite high praise when they didn't need to, which has given me the confidence now to submit to those places and then to go out to the auditions. Because auditioning, man, I mean, that shit can be scary.
Yeah.
And the higher you go up, and as you get into film and actual non-YouTube 23 people subscribers, you walk into that room and, they got a $25,000 camera here and I got the 40, some of them, when I go into casting things, they're just using their iPhone, which is almost makes me feel better. But some of them you go in and you're going into a lot or whatever, and it's like industrial lights, and they got all these people. What else you guys want to talk about?
Oh, well, I have no idea what's happening in the news. I don't watch news. Has anything significant happened?
I don't know. Topical stuff? I don't know. I was going to complain about how my mustard bottle, right? You know, the little yellow mustard.
Yes.
So the lady make her some hot dogs or whatever, and she's putting the mustard on. And I go to put mustard on my hamburger, right? And there's ketchup on the mustard bottle. So that means she'd be dragging it through the ketchup when she's putting it on there. So she denies it and whatever. And then I go to her parents' house, and they're doing something that needs mustard, right? And I look at their mustard bottle, and they've been dragging it through mayonnaise. So I'm just saying, it's hereditary. I don't know why they're dragging it.
That does seem odd.
I don't.
You would also think. Now they have those upside down ketchups, right? So like,
oh yeah,
they would be in two different. It's like a 69ing each other, so it wouldn't rub.
Yeah,
I'm 69.
Yeah, that's.
That's how you do that, right? Right.
Remember, like the war where France was like, "Fuck y'all," and we went freedom fries, and French's mustard, which is like the main yellow mustard, came out with like they were like, "We're not French," so people stopped buying it.
Oh, like what they call it, freedom mustard?
No, they kept the name, but they were like, "We're named after someone named French."
Oh, but we're not.
We're not French.
Yes.
We're not a French product. This isn't Grey Poupon, bitch. Was
that George Bush Jr.? That period?
Yes.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you when I was younger and Barbara Bush came to read to me at the library? Anyway,
and you have not.
It was like at my school, they were like, "Pull that black kid photo up." Like Grandpa,
Grab me a black kid.
Thank you, Auntie Barbie.
No.
We'll take that one right there.
Bush.
Yeah, well, that's the mustard. There was the Heinz, right? The Heinz family is married to the Bushes, right, or something, right? Isn't one of the Bushes married to the heir of the Heinz ketchup fortune? Something.
I actually know one of the
Illuminati ketchup.
I know one of the Heinz.
You've heard it here.
Mm-hmm. That's real good ketchup. They got 57 ingredients to make that ketchup.
That seems too much.
Yeah, well, no, it's the 57th recipe.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. But yeah, it used to be something else.
Don't quit, because if Heinz quit at 56, we wouldn't be hitting the bottle in the Greek diner beer like you said.
Yeah. You'd be having plum vinegar on your goddamn burger right now.
Hey, we do some of that. If Hitler won the war, we'd have fucking oil and shit. We'd have that oil. They'd have that oil and vinegar on French fries.
Oh, sure, yeah. Everything would be krauted.
Oh, yeah, a little musty.
Poutine. The old poutine routine. That's what I call it. The sexual thing. By the way, look that up.
Yeah, you're gonna like it.
Tim, did you see anything interesting on this tour? How many cities? What did you do?
I didn't see a lot of stuff, but I did see.
Sounds great.
I was in Tennessee, and there was. I brought my bass with me, so I was playing along next to a picnic table, and I look over at the case that I brought to put it in, and there's this just the nastiest looking bug. It's so big, it's big. It's like it's probably bigger than a golf ball, and it's just like sitting on the edge of my thing. I'm like, what the hell is that? It was like it had like a crustacean kind of feel to it. And it had the pincers that come out. It turns out it's just a cicada, like the larva of cicada, but I've never seen that. That is a nasty bug.
Oh, that. So I'm out in the country right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like a perfect city boy, the quietness and the cicada has put me into, I cannot sleep listening to that ruckus. So I put on Cops, you know, sirens.
You just sirens going. Yeah.
Like a
What
hooker
you
yelling.
gonna do?
I slept great, you know. It's once you live in a major city for too long, I mean, you can't go back. The
Cops. That's a Fox show.
what, Cicada?
No, Fox. They
Cops?
took over Cops now, right?
Oh.
Because Cops got shut down after all that Black Lives Matter, and then Fox.
Oh, championed it.
Yeah,
That sounds about right.
they said our people like.
Or when you have a 7-year contract for reruns, you're like, are we good now? Let's go ahead and recoup some of this investment.
Cops. I used to watch that show. I don't know. I've seen some funny things. They arrest all types of people. Not
That's
just
true. It's usually there was a lot of like domestic disturbances, right? Whereas and it's like they're always shirtless. I don't know how they don't have shirts, but they're always shirtless, no matter what.
Not always
That is
teeth.
so
They're
accurate.
sweaty. They drink jug alcohol. They make at home. You know what show I used to like though? Cheaters. Is that show still on?
Yeah, I remember that show. He got
Man.
stabbed, right?
The first host got stabbed, but I definitely saw like a episode where like the lady was like, "I caught you. I knew you were doing it," and the guy just stood up and just slapped the shit out of her like on camera.
Oh,
And like was punching her, and they were like, "Oh shit!" And they had to call the police. It was crazy. That show was nuts because there's nothing worse than like you get caught, and then like a whole camera crew pushes in like in your face.
yeah. You probably don't act your best.
You do.
What?
Yeah, they know it though. It's like even if you get a private eye or whatever, it's like if you feel that's suspicious, that's not the person for you. Just move along.
You know, when I was in my college girlfriend, her father was a retired police officer, which is fun because he showed me his guns. But he was working as he retired because it made more, his daughters were going to college and it made more sense, whatever the tax thing is, to retire. And somehow it benefited him through the whatever, right? But he was just like, but he was so young. He was a police officer for so long. He was probably in his late 40s or 50, probably early 50s. So he didn't want to stop working. So he became a private investigator. And he hired me for the summers.
Oh, nice.
And so I remember, I don't want to say what the food brand was, but if you go to college and you see that truck drop off frozen hamburgers, it was that. It was like a vice president of that company.
Yeah, it sounds like Cisco.
I'm not supposed to say it. Like, dude,
the
whole point of me going all around it for you to say the
I'm sorry.
He's talking about the singer.
Yeah, I'm talking about the thong. The thong.
Yes, yeah, of course.
I like it whenever they go.
Whatever. Come see me, bro. Come find me, bro. I'm in somewhere with a
I've got my sweater and
those loud sequoia bugs.
Yeah, the old cicada.
Rubbing their things. So it was a great job. I mean, you would just basically you would trade shifts or whatever. But I remember
like stakeout where you just like
yeah. I mean, it's
that's cool.
telephoto lens,
pork rinds.
Yeah, and it's like 1990. Yep, a lot of sunflower seeds.
Flash bulb, wind it up.
I would roll down my window, roll it back up, take a sunflower seed short, roll down the window, spit it out.
Oh, barbecue?
Time for comedy. But we went and he was, finger banging the secretary, whatever you do.
Oh,
so
Chinese finger drill?
Yeah, his finger cuffs, he was stuck. It was stuck in his 2 administrative assistants.
Oh, no.
So, and here's the thing I learned about being a private investigator, assistant or whatever, right? Is that they never know. They always think they're getting away with it. Because we did like insurance fraud, right? Some guy goes to the gym and he's like, it's such basic shit. And they never know. And they're always surprised.
What?
And they're like, I never did that. And then it's like, and then the company that hired us play it for the lawsuit.
Yeah.
And, so here's the thing. If you're going to commit fraud, commit. Okay? You can't
half-ass it?
Yeah. Don't forget that you're always, so if you're like pretending you're injured, don't like forget for a day and go jet skiing. You can't do it. Wait until the insurance payment is cleared and then it's done. It's during, before. So if you have a lawsuit pending and you filed for an injury, you can't go to like a kung fu class. You can't do it.
Yeah.
But going back to the thong song guy, he went, I remember, so we had to follow him. We had 2 cars, right? So we the whole thing, and we were like cutting up in New York Thruway, and we follow him and we go, and they always drive like the next town over. They're always, when you're banging not your wife, you gotta go more than one town over,
Yeah.
So he goes over and they go to the bar. And I am in college. So not that I would ever, but think of it like your hat backwards, t-shirt wearing guy. So we had the audio recording things and all that. And I went in and I put it, and I was wearing whatever I was wearing. I don't actually remember, but he was at the bar. So and they park. So we wait a few minutes. He doesn't come out. So we assume he's having dinner with her. So he goes in, he does the pass and says he's at the bar. So her dad is the main guy. So he doesn't want to be seen because he's the guy doing the most of the fun. So I'm pretty sure I had like a sound recording device. I mean, this is a long time ago. But he was at the bar drinking. I went and sat down at the bar stool next to him and her. It was empty. And I ordered a hamburger.
Oh.
And he just talked and talked and talked. And
I
you
just
were like,
getting
so that's the point. Yes.
Why is there mustard on this ketchup?
I dragged the microphone through the mustard. You see, Cliff, thank you. Thank you for doing a callback. Thank you. It's been like years. Okay. So I mean, I just remember that, because he's not thinking some kid in college is sitting there recording his whole conversation, and the guy paid for my hamburger, so I was happy. So I just sat there and ate at the bar while he completely talked himself into the shit. And then they take the recording, I give it to the guy, and then he's got to go testify or whatever the thing is,
I'm picturing this recording is punctuated with you going, this is a good burger. This is a good burger.
That's what a hamburger is.
Cheese. God damn, this is a tasty burger. Is this Big Kahuna burger?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Can I get a couple of these to go? Excuse me.
I often think about that and be like, when you're sitting there, cheating on there, you wouldn't think some college kid next to you is recording the whole thing because your wife already knows because you're sloppy.
Yeah, you're sloppy.
Gotta get a burner. You gotta pay cash for the burner. And you do what I do allegedly. You find some hooligans outside of a 7-Eleven. They're drinking their Monster Energy drinks or whatnot. And you say, hey, go buy me one of those track phones, and you keep an extra 100, right? And then you're not even in the store.
Yeah.
You don't have a receipt, you cash. And then you're like, come along me at the Xerox room or whatever you guys do,
But the thing is, you're always tracking guys, right? Because girls cover their shit. Well,
there was never once a female, because they're smarter than men.
They know how to lie and keep it straight.
It's almost like it's like an innate ability that the female God has given. That's why God's a woman. She's like, you bitches can get away with everything until you're 40, and then.
The crazy thing that I've noticed also is in those situations, how quickly when you confront people with evidence, they just cop to it. Like, I feel like I would just still deny everything, but it's just a natural thing. People feel guilty. They just blurt. Yeah.
That ain't me, bitch.
Impossible. Yeah.
But you're playing shitty harmonica while doing comedy. That ain't me. Ain't me, bro.
It's impossible. Yeah.
I put my leg up. That ain't me, bro. Because it's the liar's lean.
Yeah.
Because they say when you tell the truth, you lean forward because you're like, fuck you, motherfucker. Where do you get the balls? But liars lean back. Be like, I didn't do nothing. Look
Yeah.
at my crutch.
Distance yourself. You gotta distance yourself. I worked at a place and I had to we had to fire a guy because he was drinking on the job. That's what we found out. And we had video camera evidence. So we bring the guy in there.
Blur
And
it, David, blur it. I'm not drinking on this. Blur it.
So HR is like, don't be surprised. We're gonna bring the person in there, and 9 times out of 10, they'll just cop to it when you push the evidence. So we bring the guy in there, and he happened to be black, and so we brought him in there.
Irrelevant.
Let's just say
Okay.
Tyrone for just to cover up.
Yeah, irrelevant. Okay,
We bring Tyrone in there, and we're like, hey, we know you've been drinking in the bathroom at the job, and we have video evidence. He didn't even ask to see the video. He just immediately was like, yep, that's me. That's what I do.
That's how I do it.
That's me.
He had a motherfucking job. I don't do this shit. You know what I mean?
So then at the end, I had to walk him out, because they fired him, and I had to escort him out, try to give him some dignity.
Muscle.
And he was like, now he had been caught because he had been drinking beers from 7-Eleven in the bathroom, and
Left him.
Was he leaving them in the bathroom?
He left him. He didn't even
he left him in
put
there.
paper towels over it.
So he just
You
left him in
amateur.
there. Yeah. And so the maid found him or whatever. So then on the way out, walking him out, he's like, hey, before I go, is it okay if I use the bathroom? It was funny. It was funny. And I said, I wasn't mad because you were drinking at the job. I was mad because you never offered me any.
Yeah. Well, you know what I got from bosses is when I was working, they said, you seem really pissed off all the time. Like your face seems unfriendly.
Yeah, rest in
Note
peace.
that I received from every asshole making 34.5. He was
Yeah.
like, in the office, you're not like friendly. I was like, it's just my face. I'm working.
Yeah.
Like, what do you bother? What do you bother me
Yeah.
for? Because I was this is in my 20s, I was an admissions rep. And here's the thing to the con of college. Because of the law or whatever, you cannot get a commission for education. However, admissions representatives are listed in the sales paper. Right? So that's how I found the job, was I was looking for Abu Dhabi's the scumbag jobs. And it's a sales job to go and sell. And you don't get commission, but you get commission, right?
Yeah.
Here's your bonus. Here's your whatever shit. I would rather live in my car and try to do the things I want to do in life
Yeah.
than be beholden to the system in which doesn't care about you. Now it's getting a little Carlin-y, but like they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you, about a
True.
system that threw you over 20 years ago, right? That's his line. And there's nothing wrong. Please, like, if you like the job you have, that's great. But if you have larger dreams or ambitions or hope, you want to do your own business, you should do it. Because at the end of the day, think about all the names, right? Businesses are names: Harley's, Chanel, Ford,
Papa
Other-
John's.
right?
RuPaul. Oh,
Yeah, Doug Groupon. Like, a lot of people don't have the skill to open their own thing or want to, or the finances, or the fear of doing it, or the whatever. But here is my advice from a guy who is unemployable. If you want to do your own thing, try. Because I really think it's better to fail and to know than to then be that guy on life support, be like, I wish I tried to be a travel agent or whatever,
Right.
I mean, Rafiq's a travel agent in 2022, so they do exist.
Yeah.
Thank you, old people.
Yeah, exactly. Night Clip.
well, sorry.
This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Ryan Sturges and I am Dan Ryan Sturges. No, we're wrapping it up there. Once the technical difficulties come in, we're not doing the YouTube, we don't need them.
TikTok.
We don't need them. You'll see them in the future when I'm back to where it is. Listen, you follow me, you got it. We don't need you to repeat. You get it. But listen, do yourself a favor, and if you want a side hustle, because Cliff's book, if I may, is about starting projects. I haven't obviously read it, I just bought the motherfucker. But it's about, if you're doing things and you're interested in growing on the side, this would be a great book to read and start. You see, hire me. I can act. I can believe. And of course, gentlemen, when are we going to see you? We will see you. You know what, Tim? Tim, you take it. Tim, it's your turn. You take it out.
Okay.
Take us out, baby.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, we will.
Individual males set up their territories and then wait for females to turn up. And here one comes.
All right, now?
It's a frog. No, it's a toad.
What the fuck?
No, it's a frog. This female is guarding her eggs. It's a frog. No, it's a toad.
What the fuck?
No, it's a frog.
Across the busy roads.
Splendid. It's a frog. No, it's a toad.
The fuck you got?
No, it's a frog.
Toad on the road.
That's a frog, isn't it?
It's a frog. No, it's a toad.
What the fuck is this?
No, it's a frog.
What the fuck are you talking about?
She and her mate will keep watch.
I'm tripping stick. Oh, the police.
What?
What the fuck? Toads on the road.